Very good morning to you. Objective geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of CSIR NET Earth, Atmospheric and Oceanographic Sciences 2016 question paper. And I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSIR, NET, GATE, GSI and other competitive exams. Welcome to set 1. Coming to the first question. Mean radius of the Earth's orbit around the Sun is expressed in A. Astronomical unit, B. Light year, C. Aristotelian year, D. Geometrical unit. The correct option goes as A. Astronomical unit. The mean radius of the Earth's orbit around the Sun is expressed in AU or astronomical unit. Astronomical unit is defined as the average distance between the Earth and the Sun, approximately 150 million kilometers. Light years are also used for much larger distances, such as those between stars, with 1 light year equal to 63,241 astronomical unit. So mean radius of the Earth's orbit around the Sun is expressed in astronomical unit. A is the correct option. Next question. Earth's only natural satellite is, very simple question. A. Sun, B. Mercury, C. Moon and D. Venus. The correct option is C. Moon. The Moon is the Earth's only permanent natural satellite, orbiting at an average distance of 384,400 kilometers, and it is the fifth largest moon in the solar system with a diameter roughly 1/4 of the Earth's. The Moon is vital for stabilizing Earth's axial tilt and causing tides, and it is tidally locked, showing only one face to the Earth. Next question. Each planet is roughly twice as far from the Sun as its closest neighbor is known as A. Nebular hypothesis, B. Bode's law, C. Darcy's law and D. Coulomb's law. The correct option goes as B. Bode's law. The phrase each planet is roughly twice as far from the Sun as its closest neighbor is known as the Bode's law or the Titius-Bode law. It is an empirical formula suggesting a relationship between the distances of planets from the Sun, where each subsequent planet is roughly double the distance of the previous one. Next question. Mohorovicic discontinuity represents boundary between A. Mantle and outer core, B. Outer core and inner core, C. Crust and mantle, D. Weathered rock and unaltered rock. The correct option goes as C. Crust and mantle. The Mohorovicic discontinuity, often referred as the MOHO, it represents the boundary between the Earth's crust and the mantle. Next question. Statement 1. Physical equipotential surface of gravity is called geoid. Statement 2. Geoid reflects the true distribution of mass inside the Earth. Statement 3. Geoid differs from the theoretical ellipsoid by small amount. The options given are A. 1 is true, 2 and 3 are false, B. 1 is false, 2 and 3 are true, and C. 1, 2 are true, but 3 is false, and D. All the statements are true. The correct option goes as D. All the 3 statements are true, like the physical equipotential surface of gravity is called geoid, and the statement 2, geoid, it reflects the true distribution of mass inside the Earth, it is also correct. And then statement 3, geoid, it differs from the theoretical ellipsoid by small amount. So hence all the statements are true. D is the correct option. Next question. Magnetization acquired by the Earth during a slow settling of the fine-grained particles in the presence of external field is called A. Isothermal remnant magnetization, B. Detrital remnant magnetization, C. Chemical remnant magnetization, and D. Viscous remnant magnetization. The correct option goes as B. Detrital remnant magnetization. The magnetization acquired by sediments as fine-grained ferromagnetic particles settle through a water column and align with the Earth's external magnetic field is called detrital remnant magnetization. Next question. 11-year cycle of external component of the Earth's magnetic field is called A. Diurnal variation, B. Magnetic storm, C. Sunspot activity, D. Local magnetic variation. The correct option goes as a C. Sunspot activity. The 11-year cycle of the Sun's magnetic field, which acts as the primary external component affecting the Earth's magnetic environment, is called the solar cycle or the sunspot cycle. During this cycle, the Sun's magnetic poles reverse and solar activity such as sunspots and flares moves from a maximum to a minimum. Next question. Famous sentence of James Hutton, present is key to the past, is based on A. Principle of uniformitarianism, B. Principle of fossil content. C. Principle of lithology. D. Principle of superposition. The correct option goes as A. Principle of uniformitarianism. James Hutton's famous phrase, the present is key to the past, is based on the principle of uniformitarianism. This doctrine, it posits that the same show natural geological process observed today, such as erosion, sedimentation, and volcanism, which have operated consistently throughout the Earth's history. Next question. Silicified wood is an example of A. Cast and mold, B. Petrifaction, C. Ichnofossils, D. Trace fossils. Silicified wood is an example of petrifaction. Silicified wood is a premier example of permineralization, where organic wood tissues are replaced or filled by silica over time. And it represents the fossilized wood that maintains its original cellular structure through the infiltration of silica-rich groundwater. So silicified wood is an example of petrifaction. B is the correct option. Next question. The nearest planet to the Sun is A. Jupiter, B. Venus, C. Mercury, D. Mars. So the correct option goes as C. Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, orbiting at an average distance of about 36 million miles or around 58 million kilometers or 0.387 astronomical units. As the smallest planet in our solar system, it orbits the Sun the fastest, completing a full or year-long orbit as just in 88 Earth days. So the nearest planet to the Sun is Mercury. C is the correct option. Next question. Among the silicates, pyroxenes belong to A. Orthosilicates, B. Sorosilicates, C. Chain silicates, and D. Sheet silicates. Obviously, pyroxenes belongs to chain silicates. Pyroxenes belongs to the inosilicates or single chain group. They are constructed from long single chains of tetrahedra that share two oxygen atoms. Next question. Igneous rocks with silicon dioxide greater than 62% are designated as A. Basic, B. Acidic, C. Intermediate, and D. Ultra basic. The correct option goes as B. Acidic. Igneous rocks with SiO2 greater than 62% or sometimes greater than 63% or 66% depending upon the specific classification scheme are generally designated as acidic, felsic, or silicic. These rocks are high in silica and aluminium and typically light colored and contain quartz and feldspar. Examples include like granite, it is intrusive, and rhyolite, extrusive. Next question. What is the name of the rock dominated by mineral calcite? A very straightforward question. A. Limestone, B. Granulite, C. Phyllite, and D. Eclogite. The correct option goes as A. Limestone. Next question. Metamorphic rock with conspicuous parallel structure is called A. Granulite, B. Marble, C. Quartzite, and D. Schist. So obviously D. Schist is the correct option. Metamorphic rock with a conspicuous parallel structure, that is layering or alignment of minerals, is called as a foliated metamorphic rock. Foliation is a planar fabric element induced by directed pressure or differential stress during metamorphism. And the specific type of foliated rock often depends upon the grade of metamorphism. And the schist, it has a medium to coarse grain with the parallel alignment of platy visible minerals like mica. So metamorphic rock with conspicuous parallel structure is called schist. D is the correct option. Next question. Wall rock alterations that include mineral concentrations include A. Carbonatization, B. Albertization, C. Chloritization, and D. All of the above. The correct option goes as D. All of the above. Wall rock alterations that indicate mineral concentrations, often representing halos or zones around academic deposits, and it includes several distinct phases and several processes, types of mineralogical changes produced by hot hydrothermal fluids interacting with surrounding country rocks. Carbonatization, the addition of the magnesium, iron, or calcium to form minerals such as dolomite, calcite, or anchorite, which is common in gold deposits. And then chloritization, a widespread alteration of adding iron and magnesium commonly seen in the footwall of massive sulfide deposits. And albertization is a significant type of wall rock alteration that frequently indicate the presence of mineral concentrations, and it involves the hydrothermal replacement of minerals, particularly calcium bearing plagioclase feldspar with sodium rich albite. So the wall rock alterations that indicate mineral concentrations include carbonatization, albitization, and chloritization. Hence, D, all of the above is the correct option. Next question. Spalling is a term associated with A. Fall, B. Weathering, C. Glacial action, and D. Seafloor spreading. Spalling is a term associated with the weathering. Spalling is a significant, commonly observed process of physical or mechanical weathering. It refers to the breaking away of fragments, typically thin flakes, sheets, or slabs, from the surface of rock, stone, or concrete. Next question. The dry porous area of pebbles and boulders at the foothills of Himalayas is called A. Bhabar, B. Bhangar, C. Terai, and D. Khadar. The correct option goes as A. Bhabar. The dry porous area of pebbles and boulders located at the foothills of the Himalayas from the Shivalik range is called as the Bhabar or Bhabar. It is a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 kilometers width running in an east-west direction along the foot of the Shivaliks from the Indus to the Tista rivers. Porous nature because of it is composed of highly permeable materials like pebbles, rock debris, and boulders deposited by rivers. Water typically seeps underground, and this Bhabar has a porous nature. So the dry porous area of pebbles and boulders at the foothills of Himalayas is called Bhabar. A is the correct option. Next question. The sediments that a stream moves along the bottom of the stream channel is called A. Bottom load, B. Suspended load, C. Fine load, and D. Bed load. The correct option goes as a D. Bed load. Bed load, it refers to the coarse sediment particles such as sand, gravel, and boulders that move along the bottom of a stream channel. These particles are too heavy to remain suspended, and instead they move via rolling, sliding, and saltation or bouncing. So the sediments that a stream moves along the bottom of the stream channel is called bed load. D is the correct option. Next question. The type of the soil where horizon formation is absent is called A. Vertisol, B. Inceptisol, C. Entisol, and D. Ultisol. The correct option goes as C. Entisol. Entisols are very young, immature soils which are characterized by the absence of distinct pedogenic horizons commonly found in areas with recent material deposition or rapid erosion. These soils, they lack significant layer development with the profiles showing little to no profile development. Next question. The fault in which the hanging wall has gone down relative to the footwall is known as A. Normal fault, B. Reverse fault, C. Transcurrent fault, and D. Strike slip fault. The correct option goes as A. Normal fault. A fault in which the hanging wall has moved down relative to the footwall is known as the normal fault, and normal faults occur due to tensional forces that pull the crust apart, often forming a divergent plate boundaries where the hanging wall slips down under the force of gravity. So the correct option is A. Normal fault. Hope you have followed the content of the question. See you in the next video. Thank you for your time.